All right, well, so this new rule that we've been talking about has really increased interest in pollution trading and adaptive management, which you referenced earlier. How have you found the point sources are reacting to this change? We've talked a bit about the agricultural interests that you've been working on bringing in. How are the point sources reacting to this new lay of the land?
Yeah. I can't speak for all of them by any means. Hopefully I'll get around and start talking to all of them soon. But from the point sources that I have had a chance to actually talk to, what's been interesting is that, well, the couple that I've spoken to are on the smaller side of things, and so their options in terms of investing a lot of their village or town's money in upgraded facilities that would come with a heavy price tag is overwhelming to them right now. And I think more than anything else, they're really grasping at anything that they can to try to figure out what are their options, because I think they know essentially what the bottom line is in terms of a dollar figure and what it would take to, for instance, to put in filtration at their plant, and it comes with a high price tag.
It's so scary.
Just speaking with the village Department of Public Works official and wastewater treatment plant operator last week, I got an opportunity to sort of hear from them what their feelings are about this, and I think more than anything else, they said right up front, we're interested in trading, we're interested in knowing more about adaptive management. We just don't know exactly what it is, how to go about doing it, what are the timelines for all of this, and what would it mean in relation to the permit that we're going to have to renew in a couple of years. What kind of pressure is that going to put on us? How quickly are we going to have to move on this? So again, going back to something that I said earlier, I think what would be helpful moving forward is getting as much information as we possibly can and getting it into their hands, getting them talking as much as possible to the State Department of Natural Resources, to the county, so that everybody can be moving along together, and I think feeling a little bit more secure about what the options are.
Right. Just as you point out, just the same kind of role that you might play with the agricultural interests seems very applicable here, particularly with the small communities of information. It's good to have options, but that requires more data for them to figure out what's the best option. So
yeah, I mean, both sides of this equation, again, the point sources and the farmers, I think for both of them, the interest by the farmers in what might be an opportunity here, a lot of it has to do with dollars.
Right.
The interest by the point sources, of course, it has to do with dollars, and so yes, getting them as much information as possible and showing maybe in a couple of instances, again, an agreement or two or three between a farmer and a point source might get this thing moving along.
Those examples, the early example that you were talking about that you can spread around, that's great.